Let me try and explain what you're looking at before I continue. These pigs will continue to spawn, respawn, and respawn. And then boss will come, you defeat the boss, and then you resume to slaughtering the pigs. Sometimes you will come to this area, and unfortunately it will be a full house. There will be quite a few people doing their thing. An unspoken rule when it comes to farming is generally if there are people there before you, they kind of have the right of way. You know, if they're going to be there for hours upon hours upon hours, that's one thing. But usually I try to come back, give them a little bit of time, and not rain on their parade. And so I waited about an hour, and as you can see, when I came back to this barn, I pretty much had it all to myself. And with that said, I highly recommend coming here with a friend or with another guild member. This way, if you come into a completely empty barn, you're able to be more effective and more efficient. Each of you can stay on one side of the barn and manipulate 2 pigs each at the same time. So, with that said, bear in mind that I only spent about 15 to 20 minutes tops in this particular run. I am going to fast forward a little bit just to give you a general idea of what I was able to acquire within that time frame. But if you were able to dedicate about an hour or so to this, well, you would be able to acquire a shit ton of white meat as well as scraps. And just for the record, this is not a revelation of any kind of secret, okay? This is a pretty well-known spot amongst regular players. But more importantly, the reason why I'm uploading this video is because of a conversation that transpired while I was in the barn. A couple of kids were going back and forth about not letting anybody know about this spot, and just kept going on and on about it. And in my head, I'm like, do they realize like a lot of people already know about this spot? And I don't know. I just felt like it was a good time to share this video, share this information with as many people as possible that I can possibly reach out to, because I believe that's the only right thing to do, because someone shared this spot with me. Well, here's the waypoint. It's called the Red Rook Camp. You won't be able to miss it. That is the boss, by the way. He's not really hard to take down. Like I said, he spawns, you kill him, and then you just go back to the process of slaughtering the pigs. And so I'm not going to drag this video on any longer than it needs to be. The rawhide scraps, pretty self-explanatory. Find a clothing bench, convert them, refine them, easy peasy. As far as the roast pork, well, I apologize. It's not called roast pork, it's actually called roast pig. Once you learn this recipe, you are able to convert 1 white meat per dish. So in other words, if you have 70 pieces of white meat, you're able to make 70 dishes of roast pig. Oh, and for the record, what you're seeing here is not real-time game footage. I'm not leveling up this fast when it comes to my provisioning. I just thought it would be a waste of your time for me to sit here and just show you me leveling up from provision 7 all the way up to 8. But you get the general idea of how farming in the slaughtering grounds over by the barn, the Red Rook Farm, or whatever it's called, and this would be a good combination. Farm a shit ton of white meat, convert them into a shit ton of roast pig dishes, able to sell these dishes, use them, and more importantly, level up your provisioning, and rinse and repeat as many times as you desire. Anyways, that's it. I love you all. Be safe, and until next time, take care.